Hi, my name is Nicole Alice. I am a health coach. My mission is to help individuals find their ultimate health path. We help them reach their goals, and we do that changing one habit at a time, taking it slow and consistent. If you like what we talk about and you want to find out more, I do have a 12 habit 12-week course to help you on your journey. If you'd like to find out more about that, just check out the link below and it'll bring you to my website that has all the information. Okay, so let's get started. So I want to talk today about weight loss and 12 ways to help our weight loss journey. Whether you're a beginner at losing weight or you've been trying to lose weight and been on this journey like me for the past how many years, it's just still good to go back and just start from, am I checking off all the boxes to have success in this weight loss journey? Also, I have a friend who she never had to watch what she ate or exercise every day because she just had a natural body that just metabolized really fast. But as she got older and had kids and hormonal changes, now she's gaining weight and she wants to find out how to lose weight. So she's starting from scratch at an older age, learning about how to do all of this. Let's get started. I have 10 different ways, 10 different things. I would like you to check off all the boxes, make sure you're doing all of them to be successful in your weight loss journey. Okay, so number one is setting realistic goals. What does that mean? What we want to do is we don't want to have these huge weight loss goals that are almost impossible to reach. What if we want to lose 15 pounds? Well, we're not going to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks. We might not even lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. That's unrealistic unless you are just starving yourself, which I don't advise. What we want to do is we want to see the realistic amount of weight that we could lose over a long period of time, because as we're losing the weight, we're changing habits that will make it sustainable and that you can keep it off. If you lose too much at one time from not eating or doing something drastic, after that weight loss you reach that weight loss, a lot of times you go back to your old ways and it just comes back. We want this to last. So we want to realistically look at how much weight you can lose in a week. Realistic, it's 1 to 3 pounds, depending on how much you need to lose. And so maybe 4 to 8 pounds a month. Now that's realistic. If you have a lot more to lose and you've been eating, if you've been overeating and you change to eating the proper amount of calories, well, that can drop. That means in the beginning you might lose more. But I just want you to look at a realistic goal, make a goal for the year, chop it down to the month, chop it down to the week, chop it down to the day. Okay? Number 2, mindful eating. And what's mindful eating? Mindful eating is not eating in front of the TV, being distracted and just shoving food in your mouth. It's putting the proper amount of food on your plate, using a real plate, even if it's leftovers from the night before that's in a container, put it onto a real plate, use a knife and fork, sit there and enjoy the food, taste the food, have maybe a nice conversation or with somebody else, or just be there with yourself and be involved in what you're eating. That makes your digestion work properly, and also it stops you from overeating when you're mindlessly eating while you're doing something else. Okay, and put the certain amounts of foods on the plate, and that should be your portions. Number 3, hydration. Are you drinking enough water? We have a whole other video about water, so I'm not going to go into it, but hydration is so important with your digestion, and that's going to help you. Sometimes when we feel like we're hungry or bored or we just want to snack, sometimes we're just thirsty. And there's different ways to help with the hydration. So you can check out another video about that, but it is super important to drink enough water that your body needs. 4, balanced meal. So what I mean by a balanced meal is having your protein, your carbohydrate, and your fat all on the same plate. Even if you're going to have a snack, you got to have all 3 components also when you're having a snack. And that way, you're not going to overeat, you're going to feel full, and your metabolism is going to go straight throughout the day. You're not going to get these lifts and these highs and lows from the different sugars that you're eating or the different foods that you're eating, and you're not going to have so many cravings. So look at your meals, look at what you're eating, and see if it's a proper amount of protein, carbohydrate, and fat. And also, you will not crave other things after you finish, especially if you have like a really salty food. You're going to crave some sweet. If you have something really sweet, you're going to crave the sugar. So when it's a nice blend of everything, you will not have those cravings. So it's a good way to see how your meals are satisfying, is if you're not craving something after. And it has to be delicious to you. So that's another thing. If it's really good and then you finish and you're full and you're satisfied, that's another way you won't have cravings for after. Okay. Number 5 is exercise. Are you on an exercise program? Are you moving every day? Again, I have another video about this, but exercising every day, and it doesn't have to be a full out every day. You can do just a nice walk one day. You can do yoga one day. Then you can do a hardcore weight training, cardio, hour long. You can just mix that up a little bit, but I really like to see everyone moving every single day. And you can break that up throughout the day, which I also like, is moving a little bit in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. It just keeps your body in a well-balanced day. And it can be like a 10-minute walk. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Okay, number 6 is portion control. So how much are you eating? Are you eating to where you're overly full and that you're stuffed? Or are you eating to where you're satisfied? I want to look and make sure that you're eating until you are just satisfied and not overly full. There's a lot of different reasons why you want to do this, but we want to stick to eating to where you feel good. If you're too full, your body has to work hard to digest. The foods inside your body are going to be going in the wrong places. You're going to feel tired, and you're not going to have great energy after you eat. Portion control, you can look at the serving size. You can look, the palm of your hand for a piece of protein. Like, there's different ways to find the correct portion, and everyone's individual that way. So I want you to really see what works for you and really work hard on not overeating. Number 7 is nutrient-dense foods. What kind of foods are you eating and what's in them? You want to eat the best of the food that you choose. Best of the best. You want to make sure that the foods have nutrients in them. You want to make sure they don't have ingredients that you can't read. Now the big thing is these bioengineered foods. You want to make sure it doesn't have anything like that. If you look at the ingredients, you want to make sure that you can understand what every word is. If it's something that you never heard of before, you can't pronounce, look it up. Find out what it is. So you want to get foods that are going to be sustainable and they're going to keep you full for a period of time that you need it to. So if you're having food during breakfast, you want it to keep you full until lunch. That means it has to have all the nutrients that make up the perfect food. That's something else that we can go to deeper in another video, but right now it's just making sure it has all the nutrients that you need, all the micros, all the macros, and make sure it has the natural foods, real foods. Number 8, which is limiting processed foods. So again, looking at the labels, trying not to get a food that is packaged or processed. When you go to the supermarket, stay on the outer boundaries of the supermarket where all the produce, the meats, the dairies. Sometimes you have to just go in a little bit to grab something, but all the really good foods are in the outer part and all the processed foods are in the inside. And then just really read the labels. Make sure you're reading, make sure you're understanding, look it up if you don't understand, but really be involved in what you're eating. And number 9 is sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you following a routine? Waking up not tired? Do you have a nighttime ritual that you do so that you know it's time to sleep and your sheets are perfect and your lighting's perfect and your temperature is perfect, and as perfect as you can make it, so you have a great night's sleep. Sleep is so important. When you wake up tired, you will make different decisions than when you wake up energized. Okay, number 10, stress management. right? We live in a time that 95% of people have some type of stress. Now, stress, over an abundance of stress, is going to also make you different decisions when you're not so stressed. You can use meditation, you can listen to an app that will help you reduce the stress and just calm everything down so that you can make better choices. Stress management is something that we all have to work on all the time. You have to see where you are in your life and what you can do to help that stress. And I'm sure you're doing everything that you can to keep it down, but just be aware of it, and just be aware of when you are very stressed and you're making the food decision or exercise decision or a life decision. Make it from a better position and realize that you're stressed, and am I making this decision because of how I feel right now, because of the stress, or am I making this decision for a lifelong decision? And just be aware of how you make the decisions in that state of mind at the moment. For instance, if you are deciding to have dinner out with friends and you're feeling really stressed and they're all eating the foods that you don't usually eat, and because of your stress you're in the mode of like you don't really care, and then that can change your decision of, am I going to eat something good and healthy and something that's going to help my journey, or am I going to not care and just eat whatever I want and go overboard with things that aren't going to make me feel good? That's where stress can really play a part in your decision. So just be aware of that. Please go over all these 10 different ideas. It helps me. I hope it helps you. Like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'm here to help you. Email me, whatever you need. I want to be there for you. So just reach out. Okay? I hope these 10 different ideas helped you, and I hope to see you again. Have a great day.